Hi everyone, it's Lisa McCrowan. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we are going to have fun. We're going to have these experiences that are nourishing, or at least I hope they are. And that brings something up. I'd love to talk a little bit about the inner critic, and then I'm going to share a poem with you that because I want to offer you a poetic experience. I want you to experience a sense of feeling nourished and inspired, like a gentle fire growing in you, that this spark within you that you honor, and while you also feel grounded. So I'm going to read something in a minute from Gems of Delight, But the inner critic, I'm sharing this because I'm going to be really honest. In doing this YouTube channel and like doing video, people are surprised when they hear this, but I am super nervous, or I'm self-conscious, right? And I work with so many people in my private practice as a psychotherapist and as an integrative coach, and people who are really successful, like how we would in the world deem them successful. And I hear all the time how this inner critic is within all of us. So you need to hear that, like, me as a woman who is a poet, and like I'm called to be a leader and be an inspiration and share my poetry and share the practices that I've learned over these couple of decades, that I too am afraid. I told one of my healers today, we were talking this morning, and I said, you know, ever since I was a little girl, I knew that I looked to some of these incredible leaders who have guided me on my path, and I was like, you know, I know that I'm called to be this fearless leader. And I was surprised that I said the word fearless, because I use the word and a lot with my clients. And it's my favorite 3-letter word. And like, we can be afraid and do what we know in our souls, like our inner being calls us to be about. And we can be afraid, we can be anxious, we can be so filled with self-doubt. Don't let anybody tell you differently. We are filled with self-doubt. We are filled with, like, what are people gonna think of me? Like, I care. I think about, like, oh gosh, is anyone gonna watch my videos? Anyone gonna, what are people gonna think? That is human nature. That's part of just us being in our human form. We care what other people think. We want to belong. We doubt ourselves. And I've just seen enough in my work with people that inner critic comes up in all of us. Women, men, really successful. And it's often when we're about to take this next step into this next courageous step into honoring something deep within us. So, with your inner critic and the fear that comes up, like, bring in that word and. Bring in that word and. I can be afraid. I can be down on myself. I can be, name anything else that you want. And know that there's a deeper truth, like a capital T truth, that I have to follow. So use that as your inner dialogue. So now on to this poetic experience, and I've got a poem that's just, oh, I love this one. That's perfect for honoring a calling, a truth within us that needs to rise up. It almost brings tears to my eyes. I journey with so many, mostly women, some men. I journey with so many women who are about this wildness within coming out and honoring it. And so that's the title of this poem, The Wildness Within. This has been used to open women's retreats, to inspire teams of women. And I'm excited to share this with you now. So just listen to these words. Let this be an experience of being nourished, your soul being nourished and inspired. Okay, Here we go. The wildness within. Oh, it's called Give In to the Wildness. It's just that the chapter is called The Wildness Within. Okay. Give in to the wildness. Will today be another day that you go through the motions, that you tend to the have-tos, and slowly feel yourself breaking under the shoulds? Will today be another day that you spend all this energy trying to keep at bay the feelings finally erupting within you, trying to tame your body's holy impulse to move, run, claw, pant, moan, or leap? There's a wildness growing in you. The caged animal within you is no longer asking for your permission. It will not be silenced. It will not go away. It will not roll over and play dead any longer. Eventually, when you hit rock bottom, or you just can't take it anymore, you will find yourself turning toward your inner wildness and saying, I'm here. Take me. I surrender. Yes. Give in to this holy wildness, the wildness within you that might scare you, the sounds you have longed to make but get stuck in your throat because they aren't pretty or refined. Today you are done, so very done with using that polite, sweet, high-pitched voice. No. The sounds your body wants to make are more guttural and wild. They come from deep inside the belly. They aren't logical or rational. These wordless sounds are your medicine. They carry the hopes of your ancestors, now realized through your raw, embodied expression of truth. Truth that has been pushing against your ribs to be spoken out loud for too long now. So let it begin. Let it begin with one sound. One awkward, embarrassed at first growl, sigh, or pant. A sound that makes no sense but speaks your untamed truth. Alone in your car, or on a hike in the woods with a friend, or in your kitchen with dirty dishes in the sink and your children looking at you. Let the sound come. Feel it rising from your belly, vibrating your lungs, heart, and throat. Then listen for the next sound, and then the next, and the next, allowing the holy waters of wildness to burst open the doors of your caged longings, ready to be set free. Yes. Give in to the wildness that will surely undo you, shake you, moan you, and dance you as embodied prayer. Pulsing, naked, and finally so very alive. Whew, that gives me chills. Oh, this wildness within that has tried to be tamed by cultures that would love to oppress that and have tried for centuries to oppress it. And so much so that we can take on those voices from our culture and to try to push that voice down, those sounds, those movements that your body wants to make, those sounds that need to come out, that need to be danced, that always, always are the precursor to a beauty emerging from you, a raw beauty that heals you and also the world. So let that holy wildness teach you. It's not through words often. It starts from our bodies. It starts there. And that is freedom. That is a freedom I am leaning into, I don't even know if leaning into anymore. I am jumping, I am leaping into. So I hope you'll join me. So be well, and I care for you, and I'm very grateful that you are here. I love community beyond anything. I'm about relationships. And so I'd love to hear from you. And I hope that this is an experience that inspires movement to listen to that inner wildness in you.